Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Pete W here, and we are here for another round of the Late Breakers Club, round 5 here at the infamous Hungary. Bear with me one sec, guys. There we go. Perfect. So, it is round 5. Hungary, great track. It's been on the calendar since 1986, guys. So, the track, in terms of Formula 1, is as old as me. Fantastic. You know, nothing like an aged wine. It has 14 corners. This is actually the third track layout of the Hungary since it was introduced in 1986. And what an interesting year. What an interesting debut season it was for the Hungary Ring. With an amazing, we're learning the track overtake. Nelson Piquet on Ayrton Senna. Literally Tokyo drifting it around turn 1. It's a little bit different now. It was more of a it was more kind of like what turn 14 is now, just a long right-hander. Now it's a little bit more, you know, streamlined, but still a great turn, and where I'm expecting most of the overtakes to happen tonight. We have on this track 14 corners, as stated, 8 right turns, 6 left turns, 2.72 miles here at the Hungary, 4.83 kilometers for those of us who are not British. It has been constant on the calendar since 1986. One of the few tracks that can actually boast that. So, obviously, after the COVID pandemic, we had a lot of tracks that didn't make the season because of sorry guys, just sorting out myself a drink. It didn't make the cut because of all the restrictions on travel. Hungary was not one of them, thankfully. So it still holds that, has been on the calendar every year for nearly 40 years, and no signs of it going. So yeah, we've got 2 DRS straights, 1 activation point right at the end of sector 3, with the DRS straights being the home straight and the and after turn 1 into turn 2. Now, here's an interesting statistic for you. Back in 2003, when the track was redesigned, 2002-2003, the home straight was made nearly 200. No, sorry, home straight was made nearly 200 meters longer, increasing it to 908 meters. Definitely one of the longer home straights, and hence why I think we're going to see a lot of overtaking on that straight. Sector 2, very tight, very twisty, and unlikely to see many overtakes there unless a driver makes a mistake running wide. I doubt we're going to see anything like we did back in 2011 when Lewis Hamilton and Mark Webber, who were battling hard, had to go 3 wide into turn 11, what is now turn 12, and Lewis Hamilton getting the move done on Mark Webber, who was in the middle, having got past the overlap. We'll see if we have anything like that today. Now, I guess my question is, and I did put this in the description, but unfortunately it didn't save. Can anyone stop Lethal Strike? Only one driver has managed to do it thus far this season, and that is Edin, who is reserving tonight in the Scuderia Ferrari. Fantastic to see Edin on board again, and hopefully we're going to see another great battle between the 2 drivers. Also recognising the name, I don't think I've seen in this league before, but I've seen in previous leagues that I've done commentaries on over the years. Ali, very fast competitive driver. I'm sure will definitely bring it here for the McLarens, and they're going to need it. I mean, looking at the standings, McLaren are currently sitting in third in the Constructors with 55 points. Only 9 behind Alpine. Gags carrying all of the points for Alpine with his 64, currently sitting second in the championship. 30 points behind Lethal Strike, so he's going to want to see if he can make a dent in that today. Aston Martin miles out in front. We've got... we are going to Aston Martin are in the lead with 116 points, 94 of those coming from Lethal Strike, our championship leader. McLaren's a very good battle for fifth between McLaren, Mercedes and Ferrari. And what do all three teams have in common? Wait, yep, that's right, Lewis Hamilton's race for all of them. So yeah, McLaren on 55, Mercedes 54 and Ferrari 49. It's going to be a very good battle. We've got 2 drivers for each team tonight, I do believe. We've got Smartka and Eddie both in the Mercedes as per. We've got McLaren with Ali, and we have got Ferrari with JP and Edin. Now Ali representing McLaren solo, but I do believe he's going to pick up points. Just a little prediction. Then we've got a battle for 6th between several constructors. Kick Sauber with 20 points, Red Bull 17, Haas with 14, Williams with 13, and Racing Bulls on 6. So, I mean, that battle is very much open. All it would take is just one podium for Racing Bulls, and they're right back in it. Who is in the team for Racing Bulls? So we've got Little Fletch racing for them. Unfortunately, no second driver as of yet. We've got 16 drivers currently on the grid, and I'm getting comments in the stream now. Let's see. My plan wasn't to look at comments today, but I will do. So, Ed, what is my prediction? Retirements? If we've got 16 drivers, I'm thinking... That's interesting. I don't think there's going to be many. I don't think there is going to be many. 2, 3. I don't. If there is a safety car, it'll be a retirement in sector 2 because of how twisty it is. But I don't think there's going to be that many times unless we've got battles and then there are collisions. Nothing most drivers want to see, but great from a comms perspective. What's my prediction? My prediction is the driver that crosses the line with the least penalties and the lowest completed race time will win the race. I think it's too close to call, and I think I'll have a better idea once we've had qualifying. Obviously, different drivers have different strengths at different tracks. Hungary, for me, I actually really love. I've got a really good setup for Hungary that works for me. So, but there are other tracks, like take Canada, for instance, I hate. So, it all depends. But I think we're going to see a battle between... I definitely am going to see some decent battles. I think the Mercedes are going to be close together. I think they normally are. We're looking at the championship. Eddie and Smartica separated by only 12 points. Smartica on 33 in 5th, and Eddie in 6th on 21. Unfortunately, would love to see Venom back in the McLaren, sorry, but he is not here yet. So I guess we will see. Looking forward to some good action from you. And we are now going to be readying up. Let's see what happens. I'm just looking forward to it. It's going to be a good race. If anyone who is watching the stream, good luck to you and to all the drivers, Edin. Good luck to you and all the drivers. You're just looking for some great racing, some good quality overtakes. But if anyone who is watching the stream can let me know what the forecast is for the race, that would be fantastic. And quality. If it's raining or if it's going to rain, fantastic. Obviously, if it's about to start raining, just get out and get your lap in. But yeah, we will see. Hi Jody. Hi guys, so I've got a friend who's tuning in. So if you hear me mentioning anyone that isn't in the league, that would be my friend Jody. Thank you, Jody. I hope you enjoyed this stream and my commentary. I don't think I'm too bad, so we'll see. Okay, well, we're going to get some lap data up, and that is going to be it. I'm trying a new layout on my graphics, guys. I don't want to do too much so it overcomplicates the screen. I've been watching some streams of like esports and other kind of elites, and I kind of want to give you guys the same experience. I love it, so I want to be able to kind of give the same. Now, sitting on board with Max the Rat. Now, Max, I think he's looking hot for this week. He was saying in the Discord earlier that he has done a trial race at 110 AI, which is 22 above me. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the Kick Sauber driver can produce here. We'll sit on board with him for his first lap. A lot of drivers out quickly. This is telling me that we may have rain on the way. Funny enough, Hungary hosted, I think it was 21 Grand Prix before there was any rain here. It is a summer race. It is in Europe, so normally quite hot, but rain at Hungary, not that common. So we have got Max Serrat on his first lap, followed by Ben Hardy in the Aston Martin. What is Max going to produce here? Already 6 drivers on their fast laps. So Max has gone a 27.273. What is the Aston Martin and Ben Hardy going to do? His teammate getting out of the way there. So 27.273. Ben Hardy's a 10th up on Max, going through sector 1. And what about sector 2? We're looking at 54.369. Where's Ali on the track? Two tenths up for Ben Hardy. Ali 55.221. Now Max has gone with a 15.996. What is... Sorry, Ben Hardy 115.876, a 10th up. Wow, where did that come from our harsh driver? Time's coming thick and fast, but Decay at 115.413. Great lap there. Is Ali now on a fast lap? Let's have a look. I don't think he is. He may be. The time's coming in thick and fast here, and just Edin B goes second with a 115.468. Where is Lethal Strike? Decay has been disqualified. He took pole and now he's been disqualified, so we'll be starting at the back of the grid. Oh my goodness. He will be absolutely gutted, the harsh driver. And a 29-second flat from Lethal Strike. Is he on a fast lap? No, he's harvesting, so our top man in sector 3. Let's sit on board with him. What is Eddie going to produce through sector 1? 26.935. Top man is going to go 9th with a 116.649. We got Hijab, which is coming through sector 124. Eddie, he's got his teammate moments ahead of him. Is he taking a slipstream? Let's hope. Ali at 15.267, taking provisional pole. So that first lap was just a warm-up lap. What is Eddie going to produce here? I think he's actually behind an Alpine. Is he behind an Alpine? Yes, he is. Now Alpine being Gags. I can't imagine Gags is on a flying lap. This is really going to be hindering him, I do believe. What is Eddie going to get across the line here in a second? A 1:15.439. Wow. Hijab is coming through the last corner now. And that's going to be a 1:16.477. I think we've got Lethal Strike on another lap. Yep, he's 2 seconds up. 27.150 through Sector 1. Wow. Where's Smartka? A little bit up the road, so we're going to compare times. No, I think... No, Lethal Strike is up the road. Okay. And where are we going to see Lethal Strike come through? 54.008. Wow, that's fast. What about Smartka? 53.815. So currently faster than Lethal Strike by about a tenth and a half. And coming around 10:14, Lethal Strike. Fifth, can only manage fifth. Smartica. Pole, 1:15.237. 0.3 of a second separating first and sixth. That would have been first and seventh had Decay not got disqualified. Wow, this is going to be close. 1.5 seconds separating first and 15th. Wow. Edin has just improved on his time at 1:15.460, but has not improved positions. Gags has just come out on his out lap. Hijab will be on an in lap. Trotman, I don't believe he's on a lap. I think he's going to be on an in lap. Nope, he is going for a lap. I don't think this is going to be an improvement. It's not. Nope. Okay. So is he starting a fast lap now? I wonder. Let's sit on board with him for Sector 1. Excuse me. So, is Topman on a lap? Yes, he is. He's 1.5 tenths up on his Sector 1 time. Let's keep on board with the Red Bull driver, see if he can improve closer to the top 10. He needs about 6.5 tenths to be up with the likes of Slayer, Hart and Simon, his teammate. Now we've got a yellow flag, Sector 2, no one's spun, thankfully. We've got Edin and Lethal Strike out on track. I'm wondering if they're on fast laps. Yes, he will be. Edin is pitting. Gags has just started his fast lap. So, where's Lethal Strike going to come across for his Sector 1 time? Is he going to be improving? 2 tenths up now. He needs that. He does need that. Gags, what about him? He's just started Sector 1, so we'll sit on board with Trotman for a little bit longer. He's coming across the finish line, and this is definitely going to be an improvement. No, it's not. Oh my goodness. Okay, I thought that was going to be an improvement. Unlucky for the Red Bull driver. So, Hijab is on a lap. We've got Ben Hardy also. Gags, Sector 2, Lethal Strike, half a second up. He's going to have to make a big mistake in Sector 3 not to take provisional pole. He is about to set the benchmark. Smartica will respond, I'm sure. What about Gags? Gags, half a tenth up through Sector 2. Lethal Strike does go pole over 1:15.192. Only 400ths up on Smartica. That surprises me. I guess he's more so utilising his ERS through Sector 1. What is Gags? Can Gags improve here? Currently sitting second in the championship. He does improve time. He does not improve... No, he must improve position. Yeah, he improves for 5th instead of 6th. Ben Hardy is currently 3 tenths up on his fastest lap. That's going to put him in the top 7, in the top 6 range, but he needs to find a little bit more to be challenging Edin in the Ferrari. 8 minutes left here of qualifying, and we're looking at 4th, 1:15.419. 400ths of a second separating 4th through 7th. Wow. What about Slayer Hart? He's just started his lap. Boakes is on a lap. He's a 10th up, sitting in 9th for the Williams, which will really help them. Currently sitting on 13 points in the Constructors' Championship. Let's sit on board with the Williams driver, see what he can produce through Sector 2. Hope everyone watching is enjoying the stream thus far. Got 7 minutes left of qualifying here before our 50% race here at the Hungary. Still a 10th up. Is this? But this could help him jump Slayerheart into 8th. Where's Slayerheart? He's not on a lap. He is not on a lap right now. So can Boaks pip 8th for Slayerheart in the Kick Sauber? One of the teams are actually battling for 6th place in the Constructors. Can he pip it? Yes, he does. A 1:15.836. What about Max Rat? Currently 29 thousandths up through Sector 1, and that is a very wide one. Was that an invalidation? No, it was not. Who else have we got? Smart Cruise on a lap. 2/10ths up through Sector 2. Is he going to be the first driver to go sub 1:15? Coming around the last corner, lovely line there by the Mercedes driver, and I think his teammate is right behind him. It's pole 1:15.034. What does Eddie produce? He cannot better his time. He's half a tenth down. Edin 1/10 down in Sector 1. Is he still going for a lap? Those are some nice lines there. He is not harvesting, so he must be going for a lap. What can Edin produce? Our last week winner in Sector 2. Can he bring a challenge to Lethal Strike? No, he's not. He is bailing out of this lap, but going for no. Simon is up to 8th. Simon is up to 8th and just a few tenths behind. Ben Hardy has retired. So Hart is on a lap. Let's sit on board the Kick Sauber driver. What can he produce coming into Sector 3? Is it improvement? Yes, it is, and enough to pip Boaks into 9th. A 1:15.711. Max is on a lap. He was down in Sector 2, run very wide there, and he's given up on that lap. So, we've got Eddie on a lap. Is he pitting? Yes, he is. Edin is on a lap, and he's improved through Sector 1 by half a tenth, nearly. What can Edin produce here going through Sector 2? 2/10ths up. This could put him into contention for second if he can keep it up. Sector 3 now. Feel like there was more line to be taken into that turn. Coming out, and round turn 14 we're looking at. It's going to be close. Pole! I did not see that coming. 1:15.014 for the Scuderia Faria driver. And wow, Gags has improved 2 thousandths behind Eddie Dust in the Mercedes. But that was definitely a flying lap he's just done now. Little Fletcher's coming out. We've got not much action on the track, but Lethal Strike out immediately to respond to that pole by Edin. 4 minutes to go. Is he leaving too early? I feel like the drivers, I think they're looking at a warm-up lap, a sub-lap, and then a fast lap. On a 1:15 track, I don't feel the need to come out 4 minutes early for a lap. What is Gags doing? He's not harvesting here. Is he on a lap? I wonder. Let's sit on board with the Alpine driver. He's 2/10ths up. He's 2/10ths up into Sector 2. What can he produce here through Sector 3? Can he get up to the likes of Lethal Strike? And he's close right now. He just needs to find a little bit more in Sector 3. But the track is warming up. He's got Smart Cut and Lethal Strike out on fast laps as well, on out laps. What can Gags produce here? Where are these Sector 3 times coming from? Wow. 1:14.919. Provisional pole for Gags, currently sitting second place in the championship. Well, Lethal Strike has just started his fast lap, as has Smartica about to. We're going to watch these two. Is he harvesting? No, he's not. This is definitely not so. Quid pro quo quite 3,000 up on sector 1 for lethal strike. Well, that's right. Okay, now lethal strike needs to find about 0.3 of a second, but it seems to be a lot of drivers are finding a lot of time in sector 3. Half a tenth up for Smartica, which he needs to find about a tenth and a half. I don't see Gags and Edin being able to go again. Even though Edin is out on track, so is he going for a number 2? A quarter of a second up for lethal strike, nearly. There's a bit of a lock up there. I believe that's from the Alpine ahead. Red Bull ahead, my apologies. And lethal strike, a 1:14. 7:27. Wow. Smartica. Can he match where everyone is finding time in sector 3? Can he take provisional pole here with 1.5 minutes to go? No, he can't. Only third or 1:14.998. Who else is on a lap? We've got Simon is 6 tenths up. Oh no, that was a lap. I was going to say 6 tenths in sector 1. Wow. Slayer Hart is not on a lap. Boaks is not on a lap. JP is not on a lap. Chopman is 3/4 of a second up on his time. This could put him in contention for like 10th if he can keep this going. 10th. 9 tenths up nearly. Wow, great lap there by the Red Bull driver. Where are we? Have we got Ali on an out lap. Edin and Gags are in the pits. They're not going to be doing another lap. Ali on an out lap. I believe maybe the only contender really here for pole position. Eddie only needs to find a couple of attempts right now, but the track is speeding up. The track is really speeding up here. So what can Eddie produce here? My apologies, guys. I did not catch his sector 1 time. What about Ali? He's just coming around sector 1 now. So let's watch Eddie through. It was a 1.5 tenths up in sector 1, Eddie. Or he's going to 4 tenths up in sector 2. Ali 2 tenths up in sector 1. What is Eddie going to produce here? I believe Simon's going for a lap again. He is, but he's still down, and we've got 2 drivers ahead of him. So, Eddie, what is he going to be able to produce here? Can he pit Ben Hardy? He can do better than that. He can also pit Ali. Ali 2 tenths up in sector 1. Sector 2, half a second. Wow. Is the McLaren going to pip the Aston Martin onto pole? He needs to lose time here. As he comes around the last corner, crosses that line, and it's a 1:14.470. It was an invalidation. He invalidated in sector 2 or sector 3. Oh my goodness. Simon, last driver across. That's quality, guys. Wow, Ali will be absolutely gutted. So guys, let's run through the drivers. Lethal Strike will be starting in pole. His championship contender, Gags, second. Smartica, third. I believe his best qualifying of the season thus far. Edin in 4th. Eddie in 5th. Ali 6th. Ben 7th. Simon 8th. Hijab 9th. Slayer Hart rounding off the top 10 for the Kick Sauber. So currently in our 5-minute break, we will be getting going shortly. I believe we're going to be restarting at 8:45. So I guess it's time for some little talking points. Glad I've made some up. I'm going to start doing that. I'm doing a little bit of research on all the tracks, and hopefully we can get some filler in between the low gaps. So what about this track? So like I said, it's been on the F1 circuit calendar now for 38 years. 3 different formats. The current format has now been in place since 2003. We've seen some really great battles in those 38 years. I mentioned earlier about Senna and Piquet. Piquet, I believe, at the time was the reigning champion in the Williams, Senna and Lotus. But we've also seen some other great battles, and one that really surprised me was back in 2010. Rubens Barrichello and Michael Schumacher, former teammates, and for anyone who has watched highlights of Hungary or remembers the race, was very surprised to see Michael Schumacher nearly put Rubens Barrichello into the wall by forcing him to within an inch of it to get an inside overtake done into turn 1 down the home straight. I can't remember. I don't think DRS was a thing then. I do think ERS was, but I don't think DRS was. I think that came in later. We've also seen some great battles. Let's take, for example, back in 2021, Alonso in the Alpine having the defense of his life against the, at the time, 7-time champion and reigning champion Lewis Hamilton, for 4th position, I believe it was, and holding him off. Did that cost Lewis that title? No, I think Baku did, but and we won't even talk about Abu Dhabi anyway. So, but that was a great defense by Alonso. This is one of those slow drivers can really defend against faster drivers, and that's why strategy is everything here. You don't want to pit too early unless you've got clear track to come out into as a fast driver, because getting past the back markers, not even back markers, sorry. That's rude because they're not being overlapped. But the if you're like, say, leave a strike or head in, you don't want to be stuck behind slower drivers for half a lap, because that could cost you 2 seconds in an undertake. So finding that time to pit is going to be crucial. We'll see what tyres the drivers are choosing. This for me is a 1-stop without safety car, but I do think we will get a safety car at some point. I see an ambitious move going, and then we'll see. But I think I know what strategy I would pick. Like I said, I don't make recommendations on my streams, so I'm not about to start doing that. But this for me is a 1-stop strategy. I don't think there's enough value in fresh tyres if you get stuck as a faster driver in sector 2 or 3 behind behind slower drivers. What we will see, who knows? But soft, hard, or medium hard, I definitely see the hards coming into play, unless there's a mid-race safety car. Then I think that'll mix it up about. So drivers will be getting going, I imagine, in a moment. I can't remember off the top of my head, sorry guys, if we have a formation lap, but whilst we are waiting on that, let's see. I mean, will we see a situation today like we did back in 1998 when Michael Schumacher was able to undercut the McLarens, who had the front row of the grid off of qualifying, and then we are straight into it? Fantastic. Let's go, guys. And we are going. JP has got a drive-through penalty. Oh my goodness. Let's have a look at tyres. We're coming down to turn 1, and Lethal Strike looks like he's going to hold pot first. Gags has got second. Ed in there, third, fourth, battling hard, but it looks like all the drivers have got through safely. No one far behind. Chrissy has lost a couple of places. But lots of moves here. JP has a drive-through penalty. We've got Boakes up on a couple of cars up there. That's Little Fletch and Boakes. But let's get back to the front. Gags right on the back of Lethal Strike. We've got a yellow flag in Sector 2. That's a kick salvo of Max the Rat. He's going to be gutted. Hopefully no wing damage. I want to check the penalties. Is that a drive-through for Trotman as well? Trotman also having a drive-through penalty. So maybe Trotman and JP can work together to get further up the grid. But they're going to be absolutely gutted. However, we're coming through to the end of lap 1. Position change. Simon up 3 places. Is he running softs by any chance? Let's have a look. Simon, a few drivers running hard. Little Christy, Eddie and Edin running hard. Everyone else running medium. And Simon up 3 places already. Wow. So DRS now in activation, but Max the Rat gets a 10-second penalty for speeding, but his race going from bad to worse right now. Little Fletch, track limits, penalties galore right now. Top man up to 9th, but he's still got a drive-through penalty. The top 8 in a DRS train. Eddie just about to drop out of it. He seems to be struggling through Sector 2. He's just going to give the McLaren of Ali Ali, who runs very wide out of turn 10. And Boakes with a 3-second penalty for track. I think we're going to see some track limit penalties here, guys. And Max the Rat already 40 seconds behind Little Fletch in 15th. He is going to be praying for a safety car. Lethal Strike takes the fastest lap. We've got Trotman and Hijab in the pits. Trotman serving his penalty. Hijab pitting for new tyres and probably a front wing. Smart cut off track there. Smart cut off track, and Edin now past him. Edin up to 3rd. But he's going to have a gap to chase here to get back onto the DRS train of Gags and Lethal Strike. Ali Ali did manage to get past Eddie Dust. Eddie Dust has plummeted to 11th. I don't know what's happened there, but the Mercedes driver has gone from, I want to say, 6th to 11th in half a lap. So Ali Ali now in some clear track. He is just behind Simon. Simon is now up to 5th. I mean, that's what... 3 places up. The K up 9 places. The Haas driver showing some serious pace here at the Hungary ring. He will be gutted about that DSQ in quality. Definitely want to find out what happened there later. So we've got Gags is still within DRS range of Lethal Strike. Edin was not able to close the gap, and Smart Car is still on the back of Edin B. Now Gags does set the fastest lap of the race of 1:17.795. I'm sure was going to see that coming down. Gags on the inside. No move made just yet by the Alpine driver. But he's got that line. Not acting on it. The 2 drivers harvesting, I believe. Smartcar still behind, and Ali and Simon catching up to the back of that battle. We've now got a situation where we have got a 6-car DRS train. Slayer Hart is up to 7th. I think the K is going to close that gap quite quickly. He's showing some serious pace here in the Haas. Is this going to be another Austria? Sorry. Thinking of another league. Sorry guys. I recently commented on an Austria race where we had a 7-car DRS train pretty much throughout the race. And it was fantastic. Constant action, so yeah, we'll say. We've got 6 very fast drivers at the front here right now. Simon looks like he could get pipped. Has he got a better line out of that turn? He does. Little Fletch got 3-second time penalty. We've got a yellow flag in sector 1. What is that about? That is a Racing Bulls. Little Max the Rat has retired as And we've got Little Fletch as well. Nope, he is on the move, but Max the Rat has retired. Out of turn 3. Out of turn 3. We are green. No safety car. Good, good. First retiree of the race, Max the Rat. But it's about Gags through all of that has taken first from Lethal Strike. We've got 30 laps to go here at the Hungary Ring. 35 laps in total. 50% race. Decay and Slayer Heart losing out, but Slayer Heart, also not losing out, but dropping back from this DRS train. But Slayer Heart is gaining time on Decay. We've got little Chrissy in the other Alpine in 9th. It'll be great to see another Alpine driver scoring points. Obviously right now Gag's holding 100% of the team's points, kind of like Joe Grand U, but in Kick Sauber last season, but he only scored 4. Gag's currently with 64 after 4 rounds. Now, is he going to want to hold off Lethal Strike? He's got a long way to go in this race. We've got Lethal Strike set on board the Aston Martin driver. He looks to the outside, and what a protective line there from Gags. Did not move an inch. Now, I think this is where the battle's going to be. He's got the inside line into turn 2. Can Lethal? He does. Who's got the line? It's Gags. Gags has got the line into turn 3. He's harvesting, but is Lethal Strike going to be able to take the line here? It's the outside. Gags breaks earlier. And yes, Lethal Strike does take the lead there. We've got a yellow flag in sector 3. Is that Little Fletch, I imagine? Could well be. Eddie Dust picking up a 3-second penalty for track limits. I'm not sure who that yellow flag was, but right now I'm imagining it was Little Fletch, who is currently in sector 1. Gag's really struggling to keep the pace of Lethal Strike here, and Lethal Strike, has he got Edin past Ali? They're battling up. Smartica, and there's a collision there between the McLaren and the Ferrari, which allows Simon through up to 5th as Smartica gets Gag hold. And now Edding has got a 1.8 second gap to Gags to catch up. Little Christy and Decay now. Little Christy and Decay are battling as well. These hard tyres looking like they're coming in early. Decay on the mediums, and he was showing some serious pace earlier, but now Little Christy has got their position moved on Decay, and he's up to 8th in the Alpine. We got a yellow in sector 1-2. What is this? Let's get the track map on. I'm not sure, but we're now green. Okay. Little Fletcher, a 3-second time penalty for track clear. I imagine what we're seeing here is Little Fletch having pitted and moving out of the way. Maybe worth telling him that he is ghosting and doesn't need to. But yes, some interesting moves here. However, the Edin is catching up to Gags. Gags has been dropped by Lethal Strike, who is now 1.5 seconds ahead of him. Lethal Strike really putting in the moves there to reduce the DRS capability. Obviously, it's not much of this track. It's only about 15 seconds, but with the high downforce, it makes all that difference. Little Fletch has retired from the race. I'm imagining this is a pit lane retirement. And Smartica gets the move done on Simon to move back up to 5th. He's now going to want to start to close that gap up to Ali, who is on the wing. Decay is out! Decay is out! And we've got a full course safety car. We have got a full course safety car here at the Hungary Ring. Decay has lost it out of turn 1 and into the barriers. And this has brought out a full course safety car. Now, what do the drivers do? Are they going to start pitting? We've already got 3 retirements. I'm intrigued to see what we're going to see in terms of pit stops. I don't think the drivers on the hards will be pitting. They can't. The mediums will never go 27 laps, and I worry about the integrity of the hards over 27 laps. Let's see what the drivers do. Gags has opted to pit, as has Lethal Strike. I think going to see it now. Everyone, I think, is going to pit. It's Slayer. Little Christy pitting off of the hards. So that surprised me. Eddie has stayed out. I think that's sensible. Let's see, where does the Mercedes driver come out? It's a short pit lane. Where is he going to come out? Is he going to come out ahead? He does. He takes first. Okay. So, everyone besides, I believe, everyone besides Eddie is pitted. To me, interesting. I'm surprised so many drivers did pit. I am surprised. I'm going to be completely honest. I think 27 laps on these medium tyres on these hard tyres, and I'm not sure what Christie's going to be doing. Christie's gone on mediums. They're not lasting 27 laps. No way. Hijab has opted not to pit, and that's going to leave him right at the back, which is fine because he only pitted a lap before. Absolutely gutted, I'm sure, but maybe he had damage. Guys, just going to take a very quick break, and I'll be back. Interesting. Smartica's gone on the sauce. I'm looking forward to seeing how that pans out. Hey guys, sorry, I am back. So, I do imagine this will be the last lap of safety car, and then we'll get back to racing again. Just bear with me a moment. Hey, what's up? Going out? Okay, I'll see you later. Have a good night. Love you. So everyone probably just heard that on stream. That was my dad. Yeah. Let's have a look. Okay, so still in sector 2, coming around to sector 3, and Jesse, safety car is in this lap. Eddie will be leading us away, so we're going to sit on board or Lethal Strike. As you all know, I like to sit on board with the driver that is the reaction driver, so to speak. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, now. And Eddie has gone quite early here. Hopefully he doesn't have to slow for the safety car. No, he doesn't, but Lethal Strike right on his tail and is going to get this move done into turn 1. He's got the inside line. Braking later. Can Gags also get through? No, he cannot. Eddie maintains second. I am interested in Smart Car. He's on the softs. The only driver not opted to get onto him, but he has dropped back. The gap. He was caught slacking there at the safety car restart. I think he was a bit surprised by his teammate. But hopefully he will catch up. We're going to have no DRS for the first lap, as always. But Eddie defending with his life. The only thing this is doing, though, is allowing Lethal Strike to push ahead now. I guess the question here is, will Gags and Edin use their overtake option to get past here? They're going to need to, because we're already 2 seconds behind Lethal Strike, who's on the mediums. Lethal Strike has gone on to the mediums. Interesting choice. Don't see him last him. I think he's looking medium softs, and if he is, this is going to be interesting for the Aston Martin driver. Oh, that was close between Eddie and Edin. Edin has got the inside line into turn 3 and gets the move done on Eddie. Can Smart Car now get past his teammate? Is he going to play a tactical game, seeing that his teammate is on the soft tyres? It looks maybe. Yes, he does. He moves out the way. Is it going to allow Ali through? No, it's not. That is superb manoeuvring from the Mercedes driver. He's basically sacrificing his race here to give Smartka that chance to progress. Now, Gags, 2 seconds down on Lethal Strike, but he's got past and he's on par in terms of times. Hijab has got past JP, but has picked up a 3-second time penalty for track limits. And it looks like pretty much a DRS change from 4th all the way down to 10th. Behind Smartka now. Can Edin close in? He's on the mediums. And I do think we're looking at a lot of drivers to stop in here. Which could be interesting, because I don't see the soft lasting more than 12 laps. Now, we've got Smart. Ali has got past Eddie. But there are some decent battles going on here. We've got Ben Hardy. Is there a car around? Yes, there is. Eddie Dust is around. Eddie Dust is around. And has dropped to the 14th place. Last on the grid. And wow, it's Ali past Smartica. The Smartica, I think there must have been a mistake there from the Mercedes driver, because he lost a few tenths, and lost nearly a second in Sector 2. That doesn't happen without a mistake. So, Edin's still on the back of Gags, who is holding solid with Lethal Strike, but he may not need to stop again. Depends how he manages his tyres. But let's see how this goes. We've got Edin on the inside of Gags, and that move is done. Ali not needing to defend. Sayahart getting past Simon, and very late break there. Compromises entry, but has got the move done on Simon, who is now defending from Boaks. The winning driver in 9th. Simon running wide there. Doesn't give Boaks the chance to get past, unfortunately, but Sayahart he's up to 6th, and he on the medians now behind Smartico and Ali. Smartico getting really out of shape there in turn 5. What can the Mercedes driver do here to hold off this Kick Sauber driver? I think that was definitely a better line from Smartica through that turn, but we're looking up, and Smartica can't get within DRS range of Ali. He's definitely going to be at risk here for Sayahart, who is progressing nicely. Both running very wide there, giving Simon the opportunity. He had to correct to avoid contact with Slayer, and Slayer, DRS open. Moves to the inside of Smart Car and takes 5th from the Mercedes driver. Can Simon utilise it on the hards as well? I don't think so. We've got Boakes and Christie battling. Ben Hardy in 10th, surprising there from the Aston Martin driver. Shows some decent pace in qualifying. Very wide there from Christie. That's got to be a track limits. JP and Hijab battling hard. JP getting past in the second DRS straight, I imagine, or into turn 3. But Orleans and Ferrari battling hard here. We've got a yellow flag in sector 2. And now Smartco is around at turn 7. And now the Mercedes, who at one point were 1st and 5th, are now running 13th and 14th. A disastrous day for the 4th place constructors. But Edin and Gags quid pro quo in here in terms of times. Let's have a look. Lethal Strike, sorry. 118.328, 118.512. Gags on the inside there, bursting through the scenes there. It was like Edin isn't even there. Oh, I think Boakes had to readjust his brakes there. But Slayer Hart, Simon, Boakes, Christie and Ben Hardy all in a very nice DRS train here for 5th. Boakes of a penalty. Trotman just 1.5 seconds behind this battle though. Can he catch up to her? Oh, that's going to be track limits. That's going to be track limits. Drivers opting ahead. Simon and Slayer Hart to go wider, trying to manage their tyre wear. But Gags is starting to close up on Lethal Strike. Are these hards now starting to come into play? Because he is also 6.5 tenths ahead of Edin. Gags here. Ben Hardy picking up a 3-second penalty for track limits. I want to see what Gags' time here is going to be looking like. Is this going to be a personal best for him? No, it's not, but he's definitely faster than the drivers ahead and behind him. Slayer Hart defending heavy. Can Simon get a move done here for 5th? I don't think he's going to get it done in this lap. 17 laps here of 35 concluded thus far in the Late Breakers Club. Some good lines there from Slayer and Simon. Little Christie defending hard from Ben Hardy. As is JP from Eddie and Hijab. Was Eddie now around Hijab, but now 8 tenths down. He was just 3 tenths down before those turns after the DRS straights. But yeah, Ben Hardy still on the back of Christie, and he's going to want to get this move done. He's got a penalty, Christie does not. And Ben Hardy, can he do a Lewis Hamilton? No, he cannot. He looked at 1 line, 2 lines, 3 lines, but then sticking behind JP, 3-second time penalty for track limits. I think the Aston Martin driver, patience here, patience, and he'll get the move done into turn 1. No pits yet. What can Ben Hardy is going to go for the overtake here. Christie moving to the inside a little bit, not too much, and Ben does get the move done. Does he hold it? It's a question. I think he's going to. Christie's got the inside line here. Who's going to have it into turn 2? Ben does. Christie braking very early, but turn 3 he's coming back at him. Ben has got the move done and is up to 8th there. Now Simon really pushing Slayer, but Ali just a 10th behind. Edin needs hard tyres coming in now. Gags will be within DRS range if he can hold. And I don't know what happened there, but Ali was able. No, okay, that was a disconnection there. I don't know what happened there, but Ali still behind Edin. He's got the inside line into turn 12. Right move? Don't think so. But The battle for first is intensifying. Gags 7/10 behind Lethal Strike now. Lethal Strike running some very wide lines to, I imagine, manage his tyre wear. But Gags now just half a tenth behind. He is running hot and he has now got DRS. What about Edin? Can he close the gap on Ali Ali? No, he's not. Ali Ali able to hold off there. These hard tyres definitely coming into play. Simon getting past Slayer Hart. Boakes now right on the back of his battle as well. The battle for fifth really hotting up here between Simon, Slayer Hart, Boakes and Ben Hardy. Can we see the Williams driver of Boakes? He's on right now for 6 points, which is really going to help his team. Red Bull as well. Simon on for 8 points. Sorry, 10 points on the hard tyres as well. It's going to be interesting to see if the hards go the distance, if the mediums go the distance, and if they do, how bad are they going to be? But we're seeing Gags here closing the gap on Lethal Strike by several tenths a lap. And Ali Ali is now in the battle as well. He's going to be in DRS range. Lethal Strike, is he pitting? Lethal Strike is pitting off of the mediums. I'm looking forward to seeing how this two-stop strategy goes. But Gags takes first. Ali Ali right on his back as Edin has lost DRS capability, but he's still out. I think Lethal Strike is going to come out in 9th. 10th, he's going to come out in 10th, 11th, 12th. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Let's have a look at the tyre situation. Interesting, Eddie has not yet pitted off of those medium, off of those hards. Lethal Strike down to 12th now. In terms of time, what was that? 20 seconds for a pit stop. I'm interested to see how Lethal Strike manages these times. He's got 15 laps and 19 seconds to catch up if the guys cannot make these tyres last. But Eddie is on lap 20 and has not yet pitted. We've got 15 laps to go here. I think could be doable. Let's see. I'm going to monitor how Lethal Strike progresses. He's on the inside of Eddie. Dust gets the move done there on the back of JP. JP on the hard tyres as well. When is Eddie gonna pit? Now. He's pitting now. He's pitting onto the medium tyres to take him the distance, which will bring him out around about her jab. Now Lethal Strike has got past JP. Slayer Hart picking up a 3-second time penalty for track limits. Now, 5 seconds down the road, how quickly will Lethal close this gap onto the battle for 5th? That is the question. Gags and Ali Ali battling hard here. What is Eddie's plan? Is he going to pit? Again, how is his tyre management is the question. I think he's going to have to. I don't see these mediums lasting 28 laps. The hards aren't lasting them, so it's got to be medium. If he can make them last this, but it is costing him seconds every lap. Looking at his sector 2 time, he's 1.7 seconds down on his best sector 2 time. We'll compare that to Lethal Strike, who in sector 2 is 2 seconds up on that. It's costing him seconds every lap, and he does now pit. What is he going on to is going to be the question. Ali Ali still behind Gags, not able to get the move done on second place in the championship. Oh, I thought that was going to be a bit of a slide there now. I'm in Lethal Strike, 117, 542, the fastest lap thus far, but I'm wondering what is Edin coming out on. He is coming out on hards. He is coming out on hards, I believe. No, he's coming out on mediums. So this has got interesting. Now he's 7 seconds behind Lethal Strike. That's what those 2 laps cost him. Trotman, as we see him run over for the first track limits penalty. Christie in 6th. Simon, these hard tyres proving to have been the choice if we can make them last. Let's see, we've got 13 laps here left, and Ali looks like he was having a little look up the other side there, but chose not to. Cool. Right. Coming around turn 14. What are we? Is Ali going to make a move for first place? Nope. He is still taking the slipstream. Any other battles? Trotman and Lethal Strike. Past Trotman around the outside. An audacious move there, and he is going to have ERS. What is the gap to first here? Yeah, what is the gap to first? Lethal Strike 17 seconds behind first. Now he was 20 when he pitted, so he needs to be finding about 15 laps, 20 seconds, about 1.5 seconds a lap. Eddie does set in the fastest lap with a 1:17.334, but Eddie down in 12th on the back of Little Christie. Has Little Christie pitted again? Onto mediums, he has done. So these hards, are they going to go the distance? I'm starting to wonder. Smart car last on the hard tyres. This race has looked so promising for Smart car, but yeah, it's kind of, I think that spin in sector 2 demolished his opportunities. The early safety car played a lot of strategies. Eddie and Christie battling hard, both on fresh mediums. Christie without a penalty, Eddie with one, but Ali still very much on the back of Gags. Lethal Strike a 1:17.034. It's taken half a second up the fastest lap without. No, he does have DRS. He's on the back of Boakes, and into turn 2. Is he going to get the move done? No, he's not. Yes, he is going to get on the outside. Boakes unable to defend there, and Lethal Strike up to 5th. Currently 15 seconds behind. 15.5 behind Gags. I want to compare times here. So Gags 56.487. Ali, I thought he was going to have a look up the inside there. That seems to be. He seems to like that move into turn 12. But I think he's just happy to sit on board the back now. If they're both looking, I'm sure they're going to be monitoring their tyre wear. But Gags is going to post a 1:18.9. So right now, Lethal Strike is about 2 seconds a lap faster, which means he'll be within striking range in about 7 laps. What does the Aston Martin driver produce here? Sorry, 1:17.9. He was off that lap, but his teammate getting out of the way, definitely playing the teammate game. Why not? Eddie a 1:17.024, but he's currently 3.5 seconds behind. Let's note that. Sorry, he's currently 7 seconds behind Lethal. Did he wait too late to pit? I think so. Now we've got 10 laps to go. Lethal Strike is gaining at about 1.5 seconds a lap, I think. Can he? I think we will definitely see him on the podium. He's only 2 seconds behind Simon on much fresher hard tyres. And potentially Ben Hardy as well could get past him. I guess let's have a look at times. 56.8. If I remember correctly, Ben did let Lethal through on this lap, so that would negate some of that time that he's lost. But Lethal Strike 1.1 seconds behind Simon. I don't think he's going to have ERS. But Simon has pitted. Now, is that telling? Because Simon was on the hard tyres. Can Ali and Gags manage this to the end? Because if they can't, it will be a dominant victory, I imagine. A pit stop here, 20 seconds. We saw Lethal Strike lose for his pit stop. He's gained half of that already. I don't see the likes, if we, let's say Gags and Ali Ali were to pit, they'd be coming out around about Boaks, so they'd have some pretty clear track, but Ben, who is definitely playing the team game, would not make it easy for them, that's for sure. Boaks is around, on those hard tyres, is around and has dropped to 7th behind Trotman. Edin up to 5th, 4.5 seconds behind Ben Hardy. Lethal Strike now is pushing these times. He's at 1:50. Right, let's see where Gags can cross the line. 1:18.829. What about Lethal Strike? Where is he going to be? 1:18.829 was the time of Gags. 1:17 by one. It's 1.3 seconds now. It's not enough. It's not enough. 1.3 seconds is going to get him about 11.4 in 8 laps. But oh wow, now that was a Nelson Piquet slide, as I like to call it. But still, that didn't cost him much time. That's good. Let's see. There is that opportunity for Lethal Strike to catch up. We're seeing the early hard drivers pits. Ben Hardy has pitted. But Ali Ali and Gags still out. Are they going to be able to make these hards last the 27 laps since we had that safety car? 8 laps to go, we will find out. But pitting now is going to bring them out in, I would say, about 5th. Fastest lap, definitely, because it would be a soft tyre configuration. But they'd lose first. I don't see them catching 10 seconds in 8 laps unless they pit this lap. Oh, a bit of contact there between the Alpine and the McLaren. And another slide from Ali Ali. Smartica 3-second penalty for track limits. All this is doing is allowing Lethal Strike to catch up. He's now less than 10 seconds behind. Even Edin on the mediums can't keep pace with Lethal Strike. So 7 laps to go, 9.5 seconds, the gap between Ali Ali and Lethal Strike. What are we going to see? Strike. Second down, we've got a battle for, let's have a look at the penalty situation. We've got quite a few penalties. 3 seconds for Topman, Slayer Hart, so this is an on-track battle for 5th. And Simon's 2.6 seconds behind Slayer Hart though, so close. Eddie with a 3-second penalty in 8th. Ben in 10th with a 3-second penalties. Hijab and JP and Boak 6-second penalties, and Smartica a 3-second penalty. So Slayer Hart will want to get this move done. Trotman running wide, and does that give Slayer Hart the opportunity up the inside of turn 10? It is going to give it, but Trotman did close the door there kind of abruptly. Very good awareness for Slayer Hart to not take a collision there with the Red Bull driver. He's now got both Red Bulls right behind him. Simon without a penalty though. And a lovely line there by Slayer Hart, avoiding a collision with the Red Bull. And the Red Bull of Trotman looks like he's moving out of the way for his teammate. Yes, he is. So yep, on the medium tyre, Simon without a penalty is only 7/10 behind Slayer Hart. Edin unable to keep the pace of Lethal Strike. He's now 7 seconds behind Gags and Ali Ali. Ali Ali is also taking the lead. My apologies, I missed that, guys. But Ali Ali now past Gags. What I want to compare. Smartica is out. Is this going to bring a safety car? No, it's not. It's a pit lane retirement from the Mercedes driver. It will not bring out a safety car. Unfortunate there for him. But a 1:18.5 for Ali Ali. I want to see what Lethal Strike does here. 117.7, so he's about 8 tenths up there. But Ali would have had DRS in that lap. So we've got 6 laps to go here. Is it going to be Ali and Gags battling it out for the last lap, or will Lethal Strike be able to close the gap here and battle with them? The way Gags took that corner, I do believe he may well be on 2 warnings, just not wanting to get that 3-second penalty, because then he'll know, he'll be like, I've lost second here, or potentially first. Boaks and JP, what happened? They're battling out of turn into turn 1 down the DRS straight, but Boaks getting past JP. Decent battle there for well, 6th. I mean, we've got Slayer Hart, Trotman, Eddie, Ben Hardy and Christie all very close to one another, but Christie in 10th without any penalties. So I mean, even sitting where he is, he's in 8th. But it all depends on the penalties. I don't want to check him again. However, Lethal Strike, what is he going to produce in this lap? The gap is at 5.4 seconds to Gags. 176. Ali was a 1. I think he was a 118.5. But we've got 5 laps left here. And as we know, catching up and passing are 2 very different things. But I do think we're going to have a last lap showdown for sure, unless one of our top 3 drivers makes a mistake. So, let's change of view here. Let's see what Slayer Hart and Simon. Now, Slayer Hart does have a penalty, Simon does not. So, can Slayer Hart get the gap done? I don't think so. He's on the hards. Simon is on the mediums and he's 2 stopped. I believe Slayer Hart has 1 stopped. So, he's gonna. I think he'll get 6th. Because he is quite a bit ahead of Trotman, who also has penalties. But I'm not sure. Half the drivers remaining in this race do have penalties, 7 out of 13. So slightly over half, my apologies. But let's compare Lethal Ali coming across the checkered flag with 118.790, 118.790, 118.318, 4 tenths that lap now. That is not going to be enough. Lethal Strike is going to need to start to put the hammer down. It's hammer time. JP is out. Is that a pit lane retirement? It is not. It's a sector 2 retirement, but no cars around him, so let's see. That won't bring out a safety car. And with 4 laps to go, this is the last lap for a safety car. I don't believe the last 3 laps bring out safety cars, so the race doesn't finish on one. Yeah. Lethal Strike is not closing on Gags. He is not closing on Gags. Our top 5 do not have penalties, so that gives Simon a bit of breathing space compared to Slayer Hart, and doesn't need to battle too hard. But right now, Ali is pulling away from Gags. Lethal Strike's tyres seem to have dropped because he's not gaining on Gags and Ali, who have gone the distance on these hard tyres. Is it 28 laps they're going to do? It's going to be 27 laps they will do on these hard tyres. And it looks like that was the strategy of choice after that early safety car. 3 laps to go here, and for the first time this season, Gags looks like he's going to close the gap on Lethal Strike by 3 points, I believe. Fastest lap, let's have a look. Yes, Edin has currently got the fastest lap by 1/100th of a second, so it would be a 3 point. It would be a 3-point gain in the championship on Lethal Strike. But Ali on his maiden race here for the McLaren team will take, as it's looking like, first. Eddie and Trotman battling hard, as is Christie as well. And Christie getting in the thick of it. He doesn't need to. He's currently 10th, but as long as he can hold where he is for the next 3 laps, he's got 8th. He has got 8th. He does not need to battle too hard here. And it will definitely be in my eyes, a double Alpine finish, points finish. Williams so unlucky in 11th and 12th. Hijab running very wide there. But Ali now 1.7 here. Lethal Strike it is hammer time. Hammer time for Lethal Strike. He's now only 2.8 behind Gags, but is it too little too late? Because with 2 DRS straights, these are the last 2 DRS straights to come. I think it's too little too late. Edin B 17 seconds behind. I'm surprised Lethal Strike didn't opt to pit and go for the fastest lap. Worth an extra point and probably still would have got third, sorry. So, wow, we've got Simon and Slayerheart battling. Slayerheart has got past Simon, but like I said, Simon does not have penalties, so he's got 2.5 seconds to play with in 2 laps. We've got Chopman past Little Christie. Now, 2 laps to go. Sector 1. Eddie is 1.9 seconds ahead of Christie. Can he gain that extra second? Trotman is going to be defending because he wants points. And right now, even sitting in 9th, he will be 10th, but he will have points, I believe. Let's check the penalties. Yep, he will have points, so... What has Eddie got in terms of penalties? Everyone 3 seconds besides Hijab and Bogues. Okay, cool. So, now Lethal Strike. We're coming around. We are on the last lap, guys. We're on the last lap here. And the top 3 drivers, 1.8 seconds separating each of them. Slayerheart really closing in on Edin. Edin really struggling on these mediums. But we're going to sit on board with Ali. Ali has drove a superb race, 27 out of 35 laps on these hard tyres, and has made them work for him. He's now coming around the S's of Sector 2. I think if Lethal Strike had had 2 more laps, second would have been his. He gets a 3-second penalty anyways, but we're watching our race winner, Ali, coming around the last couple of turns. And the McLaren driver will take the first win of the season for McLaren here at the Hungaroring. Gags cementing his championship battle, taking second again to Lethal Strike, taking third on the podium. Next up will be Edin. Now, I'm seeing some decent battles here. I'm interested to see, will Eddie hold 8th? We're going to sit on board again with Edin, who's going to take 4th. A superb result for the Ferrari driver. Slayerheart in 5th, but I think he's going to get demoted to 6th. Simon in the Red Bull taking 5th. Ben Hardy coming around last time will take a solid 7th for the Aston Martin. This is what I'm talking about. We're 2.9 seconds. We're 3 seconds ahead of Christie. What is Eddie going to get here? Is Christie going to pay for it? No, he doesn't. What is the gap? 25 thousandths of a second. Eddie claims 8th by 25 thousandths of a second for Mercedes. Wow. It was close. But we have another race winner. Our 3rd race winner of the season. VDV Ali takes the top spot here at Hungary after a 27 lap stint on those hard tyres. Just phenomenal. Gags second, just 1 and 2 seconds behind Ali, and Lethal Strike 3rd on the podium. 5 podiums in 5 races for Lethal Strike, but first 2 weeks ago, 2nd last week, 3rd this week. Is Lethal Strike's dominance coming to an end? We will see. We will see. That is the Hungaroring in the Late Breakers Club here on Friday Night Racing. Guys, we'll run through the classified results. Obviously, this is subject to incident reports, but I didn't see many incidents. So let's see if we get them on my screen. I don't think we're going to. So, this is Pete W, guys. I am signing out for tonight. I hope you all have an amazing weekend, and we will see you next week for round 6 here of the Late Breakers Club. Take care of yourselves, guys, and have a great weekend. Bye.